Hello again! We are back with more Pixels for People 2024. My name is Super Jamoose. Hope you're here enjoying in comfort, or maybe you've taken us to work, or whatever it is your setup is. We are so glad to have you here. Shout outs to the big raid of 446 people coming in. Welcome. Welcome, Patty, and welcome all the folks that are coming in. You're just in time. Up next, we have a double header from one of our fine speedrunners. This time is rayeotnj with a radical entry, my dudes. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue for the OG Game Boy.
Thank you for that, Super Jamoose. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the raid, Patty. So nice for that. Now you have a bunch of people here to see me play a game that I've de-rested once because I have a 4-month-old and don't have a lot of free time anymore. But anywho, I'm going to showcase two great games today. First, going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue for the Game Boy. It is the first and only entry of Turtles where it is a Metroidvania. So it's a very different gameplay than everyone's used to. We'll get right into it, and we'll just start all of the discussions about the game. And we are going to get ready in 3, 2, 1, let's roll. So, how the game is that it takes place 1 year since the second game. How the game works is that you are Michelangelo, and the reason why you start with him is that you were the one that was chosen to get the pizza. And when you went to get the pizza, Shredder decided to come into your home and kidnap everyone. And you were just lucky enough to not be there when it happened. So now Michelangelo has to go around and save all the turtles, Splinter and April, while defeating Shredder in his super underground lair. How the game works is that, like I said, you start with Michelangelo, and each turtle will have a specific power that will be required to get traverse through the game. The one thing developers forgot to think about was that there's a way to skip half the game with only half the turtles, hence why this is 80%. So as you can see with Michelangelo, you'll see right here when I press a button, he'll take his nunchucks and hover, which is very helpful in most of the screens, like here where I have to get over these spikes, which will do 2 health of damage. And as we get to each turtle, I'll explain their little special powers. But as of that, we are just heading our way to our first boss. First boss of 4 bosses that we'll only see 2 in the actual run until the final. And now we're already heading to the first boss, Scratch. Yeah, you're not going to see any of the normal bosses that you'll see, in Turtles. These are all basically this B and C list bosses because we basically have just hurt Shredder's arsenal of enemies. So the good thing is that most of the enemies have almost very easy tells for their attacks. Scratch is one of the ones that's the more unpredictable because he has an attack where he'll jump twice and run, or he'll do a jump and pretend like he's gonna jump a second time and then scratch you. And it does a lot of damage, just like you saw right there. Okay, so this is why I grabbed the pizza right at the beginning, just for safety. Because sometimes I get a little too up close and personal with him. And a pizza, when you lose all your health, is just a free health refill. It's basically a second bar of health. But as we are able to beat him, we get a full health refill. And now, so after every boss, you're going to get a key. Each key is going to correspond to a door in which you can save another turtle. Okay, we get to traverse the lag room. So this is a room, so the game itself doesn't have a lot of lag. The one problem is that this room is impossible to remove any lag in. Just because there are so many enemies on the screen at one time. And okay, they're a little too close, so we're just gonna let them go by. Okay. Okay, so we're on our way to saving the second turtle, which will be Leonardo. Okay, we're gonna take a damage boost here so we don't have to hit the flame. And as you just saw there, we saw a map. There is a map in this game. It's not useful. It's not that great, so we kind of ignore it. It's not bad casually, but it can be a bit of a pain to use if you're doing casually. I'm gonna take damage. That's fine. Okay, so once you get a new turtle, you can change into the character and start using them. So as you just saw, Leo's power there is that he's able to drill breakable sections, which is useful for a couple of instances in the game, but for the most part, 90% of this run is all Mikey. Well, yeah, I just saw you. There was a pizza down there. One thing I meant to say, I believe it's after every 10th foot soldier you kill, not anybody, it has to be a foot soldier, they'll drop a slice of pizza that I believe fills either 3 or 4 health. And then we have the flying foot soldiers that can cause a lot of problems. And we're going to skip that ladder and go down here. So when I first ran this game, this route was a little different, but nowadays there's a small little change because you can do a death warp that you will see shortly in this run. So we're going to get that key, which activates, oops, took a hit there. That activates a shortcut that you'll see later. Or I should say shortcut, but the death warp, which is also a shortcut. Okay, so now that we have the key card, that's going to allow us to get into the second area, which will be the area where we're going to be fighting the second boss, as well as saving Raphael. Okay, we're going to switch to Mikey, because we're going to do some hanging around with some lasers. Okay, so I took too many hits early on, so I'm going to play this safe and make sure I can get a pizza along the way. Because I know I have the large pizza as a backup, but there we go. Okay, we're good. So we're going to traverse our way because we're in the first real danger room because it's full of spikes of bats, which can knock us in. Since we have the health, I'm not going to worry about our health because we still have the pizza now. You know what? I'm gonna play it on the. I'm gonna go to the danger zone. There was a full pizza there, so if you have a pizza in hand and grab a full pizza, it's basically a full health refill of your current health, which you can do for safety. But this boss is the easiest boss in the game. Your attack is actually longer than his full reach, so you can be close to him and he'll never touch you. As you just see right there, I was swinging and he couldn't touch me, because his stopping range is farther than his attack. So we have Dirtbag. Dirtbag, like I said, all bosses have tells. If he jumps back, he's gonna jump over you. If he does a little hurrah with his pickaxe, he's gonna fly into the air. And then if he jumps up without jumping backwards, he's gonna do a punch, which we didn't see. So his RNG was pretty good there. The big thing we want there, we don't want him to go up. No jumping, that's basically what we want. He's kind of a pain that he likes to jump in the refights. Okay, so we're gonna take a small little damage boost here, because a foot soldier does 1. That creature there will do 2 points of damage, which we don't want to do. Which I guess in the end doesn't really matter. I was saying this on my D-Rust run that you have to take a death here anyway, so why does it matter if you take 1 or 2? Okay, so we want to try to hover at the apex of our jump to make this, and we just missed it. That's fine. Taking the 2 points of damage isn't a big deal here. Okay, so now we're in the second half of the second part of the area, where we're gonna be getting to the door to save Raph. There we go, we got Raph. His big thing is that he's able to actually go into his turtle and allowing us to go into tight spaces. Okay, so now I'm going to actually be wanting to take some intentional damage. Okay, let's change to Raph. So Raph is only used 3 times in this entire game. Once here, and the other time will be at just another random spot. So yeah, our health is actually a lot higher than oh sorry, 4 parts. I forgot this part. So we're gonna start taking some intentional damage first. Let's just take a hit there, get hit there, get the key, and then die. So that's the only intentional death we're going to do, because it warps us back to where the first key is, which saves us a lot of travel back. Okay. So since this is marathon, we will be a little marathon safe here. So now we're actually pretty much done with the main part of the game. The only thing left here now to do is get to the end. So we're going to get that pizza just for safety, since it's literally just right there. And now, yeah, so like I said, with any percent, we're only going to save what we have now. We're not saving Donnie, we're not saving Splinter. Now we're just going to do a little trick where the key we just got, we will use to open the door that leads us to the end game. But the problem there is that you actually need... Wow, okay, I'm having trouble with this jump. There we go. You actually need 2 keys for the end game. So what we're going to have to do is we will open the first door first, come back, and then we actually need to grab the key that was located near Scratch at the beginning of the game, and then come back, allowing us access to the end game without needing Donnie. Let's switch to Mikey just for safety. Nope, that's damage I didn't want to take, but okay, take that damage so we can bypass all of that. Yeah, what makes this runs pretty dangerous is, as I'm gonna mention, not Leo. I need Raph. The game has checkpoints. When you reach the end game and you die, the game isn't saying, "Oh, you're at the end game. That's where you belong." No, the game goes, "Oh, you haven't saved everyone yet. Let's go to the last boss you should be at, because you don't have either Donnie or you don't have Splinter." So you pretty much, if you die, you get sent back to like an area of the game about 3.5 minutes away. So yeah, so we don't want to die at the boss rush. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. Whoa, that's... I don't think I've ever knew that he could shoot a weapon from the ladder like that. That's new for me. Okay, learn something new every day. Oh, I took a hit. How dare he? There we go. So now we're just backtracking. Good old backtracking. Okay. We want to be Mikey now. Actually, no. Actually, doesn't matter. Yeah, so it seems kind of weird to have to do this, but this is pretty much the faster route at the moment. At least from what I know. Yeah, I wanted to be lead. Okay, so we're gonna drill down, drill baby drill, and get this key, and now we can be Mikey. Play it safe. Let's just hover down to that. Let's kill him. And there's our lovely pizza. So if you kill the enemies, if you kill the same enemies along the way, you're gonna get the pizza at the same spot every time. I'd like to get the pizza there, because I will take some accidental damage getting that key. So now all there's left to do, we're gonna get 1 extra heart piece, which will increase our health by 2, just for safety, just for the final boss rush for this run. I have to be really careful about getting this heart, because it is possible to soft lock if you mess up the drill with Leo. Actually, let me change to him now. Yeah, because Donatello's big power in this one is that he can climb walls, which if you do this and mess up, he can climb the wall. There we go. So as long as we make a little ladder of steps there, we're perfectly fine. So we get the heart, gives us some extra safety. So I'm not too worried about my health. I'll take the damage, not a big deal. Let's change to Raph, because we're going to get that pizza just as a safety. So why not take the free health refill while it's right there? Okay, now we are... Okay, once we get past this upcoming door, we are on the final stretch. It is the end goal. We can officially say goodbye to both Splinter and Dawn, because we know April is more important than them combined. And also, I believe that will be the end of Leo and Raph, at least for us playing as them. Everything from here on out will be Mikey. Okay, just fly over him. So for the most part, this section isn't too bad. There's one real bad section right towards the end that I will need to listen to for the sound, because there is a flame that's basically blocking our access to the end that I need to be careful of because you cannot see it. Okay, first we're seeing the super foot soldiers. They're terrible. They take 2 hits to kill. And like I said, everything in this game has iframes. There we go. Jump and hover. Kick him off the ledge. Just kill him for safety. Take that damage, so we can just pass through him. Jump over the bird. And this is where you need the second key. Okay, now we're going to do some very fine and close jumping. Ooh, past the ledge was very nice. Okay, just be very careful of the lasers. Okay, we got good lasering there. Ooh, we got bad pattern. No! Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Ladders, please. Turning into a mod here. Ladders, they just don't work for me. You know, it's telling about how the flying guys are a pain. They're mostly a pain right here because the way their AI moves is really awkward. So you have to basically bait them to go a different direction. Okay, kick didn't work there. My input got eaten. I was kind of hoping that I didn't get the pizza there, but that's fine. Alright, now we're in the final room. I will need to listen a little closely here. Okay, so I'm not actually too worried about my health at the moment. Okay, right here. Ooh, we made it. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, so we have now made it to the final stretch. We are at the end game. We just now need to finish the boss rush. This is where things get very scary. So first up is the refight with Scratch. Also, the big thing here is that all the bosses have max HP. So they have the most health they can have throughout the game. Oh yeah, also you have to beat all 5 bosses in one go. If you die, you back to the beginning of the first boss. If this was 100%.
While we're doing the refights, can I mention something very quickly?
Yes, you can, because I will need to pay attention for these fights.
Absolutely. Actually, before we get into my announcement here, please note that the final boss, which I will not spoil, has some flashing lights before they are introduced. So again, if you are photosensitive, please be kind to your eyes and look away. We will let you know when that's going to happen. Beyond that, I don't have any new donations at the moment, but once again, !D, you can check out the donation link towards Child's Play charity. We're trying to help, I should say, we're trying to help the kids in hospitals around the world with toys, games, therapy. It's a great cause. Please consider donating. And also consider when you do donate, allocate those dollars. We have a couple of incentives coming up very, very soon. In particular, the newest one is going to be the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. We're upgrading to all blue numbers. So the randomizer will be forcing CD-ROM to do all of the checks in the run. You want to make CD-ROM work harder, and you do. Make sure you get your dollars in.
Yes, donate.
Back to you, Rayo.
Do it for the kids. Yeah, so we are now on the second boss. We're back at Dirtbag. Oh, I got the bad. I wasn't far enough away. So the one thing I didn't say on the first boss is that after every boss fight, at least what's nice about the game, you get a free health refill. So if you're at 1 health after you beat a boss, you get a free health refill, which is nice. Okay, now we're in Triceraton, which is probably the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion. Because it is very hard to figure out what his move patterns are going to be. Easy one to know is that when he jumps backwards, like every other boss, he is going to just jump forward. But the big thing we have to worry about is this little laser attack, because he's always going to pair it with another attack. So I've been playing very unsafe early on, so I need to be very careful when it comes to this fight. So he's going to jump. Okay. As long as we get past this fight, oh my god. That was close. I did not want to lose that pizza. Because that pizza is very necessary for Shredder. Shredder isn't a hard fight, but it can go wrong quickly. So now we're on the fourth and final refight, is Scaletail. What's nice about Scaletail is that he is very easy to manipulate. When he shoots his fire, you're just going to go above him, hit him, make way for his jumps, and then when he jumps, you're just going to jump over his attack. So we just want to bait his fire attack, jump over the fire, hover above him, wait for his attack, and then when he jumps, he'll attack again, and then you attack. It's almost like you're just playing tennis, back and forth. Come on, shoot your fire. Okay. Be mean like that. He just wants to go for a stroll today. There we go. That's his big thing. He just wants to go for a walk. I don't blame him. Where I am, it's actually very nice outside. And that's one thing you have to be careful of. When he shoots his fire, because you're not going to see it often, he sucks you away to the flame, but then also towards you as well. Okay, that hits fine because he's pretty much dead. And just like that, we are done with the refights. Now it is time for Shredder. And like I said, there will be a flashing once I get through this door, so just FYI. Okay, and there should be I believe there's a second one after his first phase is over here, so just FYI. So Shredder, just like every other boss in this game, he has tells. So when he crouches down like that, he'll do a small little hop. When he stays in position, puts his head up, he's gonna do that little flame. You just want to slightly move forward and manipulate it so you don't get too close to the wall. The hardest attack to actually tell is his kick, just because he has to be close, but you don't know when he wants to do it, because that attack has the largest range of any attack in the game. And then one other attack he has, which he isn't showing, is that, here we go. He'll go in the air, he'll disappear, he'll go above you, and then go one of two directions. So, I just have a specific position I'll sit at and just wait for him to come out. And here we go, second phase. So again here, he'll have the same 4 movesets, but he'll add 2 more to his repertoire. He has one where he'll do a little hop back. And then you have this one where he jumps in the air and does his flame attack like that. And then kicks forward. So then, other than those 2 moves, his moves are pretty much the same. Here we go. So he jumps out, does a hop back, and then he does a weird kick attack. And it's that one's very easy to dodge, because when he hops up... Ooh, okay. I'm playing very dangerous right now. Okay, so I'm just going to focus right now, because use my pizza, because I'm being a little too uncareful, but he'll be dead right here. Okay, get the last key. Shredder is gone. Now, the last thing to do here is to save April. What I love is that the game is programmed to give you a full health refill. It's literally 5 jumps into the key door, and then once we see those magical words, we are done. There we go. Cowabunga! Beautiful. And that is the entire game. Outside of just, skipping the need to go save Donatello and Splinter. So awesome. That was... Yeah, we are done with game 1 for me. saying we had a 20. Oh, I thought I stopped the timer. It was like a 23-20 or so. Pretty good run for adding some safeties and taking a little slower because I had to actually explain things. But yeah, that's the game. I find it one of the more fun ones because I'm not a big beat 'em up fan. So this one really drew me in a couple years ago in one of the Tiny Tens. But I'll leave it at that. We will be right back, and I will be back as well for Mega Man 01, and that's going to be an interesting run. So I will see you in just a moment.
You heard him, folks. We've reached a save point. Take a stretch. Get hydrated. Consider donating, please. Your support is, as ever, greatly appreciated. Pixels for People will be right back.